Okay guys, we've started our new unit over fractions, and we're getting into factors and prime factorization. So we're going to go over a lot of vocabulary words today and then apply some of them. Our first vocabulary word is factors. Factors are two or more numbers that are multiplied to form a product. Okay, so two or more numbers, you can put them together, multiply them, it equals another number. Okay. We have this power right here as an example. The word power is a number that can be expressed using an exponent. Okay, so 2 to the 4th right here is considered a power. Now we'll break it down into two pieces where we have our base and our exponent within our power. An exponent is how many times the base is used as a factor. So it's saying that we need to multiply 2 4 times. And then the base is the number being multiplied. So that whole thing together is a power. Then the exponent is the number small up to the top, and then the base is the large number at the bottom. Okay, so we'll be writing numbers in powers if there's multiple of them. Okay. Our next vocabulary word is prime. A whole number that has exactly two factors, one in itself. So a number that can't be broken up into multiple factors. So for example, 3, nothing can go into 3 except for 3 in itself, 3 times 1. So that makes that prime. Our next vocabulary word is composite. A whole number that has more than two factors. It's composed of multiple numbers, okay? So for example, 6 can be broken up into 3 times 2 times 1. It has more than two factors in it, okay? And so that makes 6 a composite number. Now, the last thing we're going to do is to prime factor. It's when a composite number is expressed as a product of prime factors. So breaking up that composite number into its prime factors, into what prime numbers go into it. Okay? So here's a couple examples up here at the top. We have some powers. 5 to the first power is just written simply as 5. And 5 raised to the 2 is the same thing as saying 5 squared, and that's multiplying 5 twice. Okay, 5 raised to the third power is the same thing as saying 5 cubed. Okay, or 5 times 5 times 5, and 5 to the 4th power is, we just simply say 5 to the 4th power, and so on and so forth after the 4. And so that's 5 multiplied 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit of information you need to know. 0 and 1 are neither prime or composite. So it's a number that we can classify neither prime nor composite. Okay? Here's an example. I want us to prime factorize 28. The first thing you need to look at is say, okay, is 28 prime or is 28 composite? Well, I know 28 has some factors that go into it, so that makes it composite, okay? So what you want to do when you're prime factorizing is break it up into its prime factors, basically. So what I want to do is, I know 28 is a multiple of 4 and 7. You could use 2 and 14 also, but this is the one I chose to use, okay? 4 and 7. When I see a multiple, or a prime number, I circle it. So I know 7 was prime, okay? 4 is not prime, it can be broken up again. So I break it up into 2 and 2. And so now I have all the prime factors of 28. That they're 2, 2, and 7. So 2 times 2 times 7 equals 28. Okay? Since there are two 2's, instead of writing it out in this form, I put it in the power form, exponential form. Okay? So 28 is the same thing as saying 2 squared times 7, and those are their prime factors. Okay, if you need to go back and rewind and write down some things, you can. Otherwise, what I want you to do right now is look at 36, decide whether it's a prime or a composite number, and then factor it. Pause the video, I'll give you a chance to do it on your own, and then I'll go over it with you. Okay. 36. What I see whenever I see 36, I know it's 6 times 6. Okay. Could you have done 12 times 3? Absolutely. But you're ultimately going to get the same answers. Okay, are either one of these numbers prime? No, so they can be broken up again. 6 is the same thing as saying 2 times 3. And I know both of those numbers are prime. And then 6 is also the same thing as saying 2 times 3. And I know both of those numbers are prime. So we have 36 equals 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Okay? 2 times 2 is the same thing as saying 2 squared. 3 times 3 is the same thing as saying 3 squared. So the prime factorization of 36 is 2 squared times 3 squared. Thank you.